that the way this guy is going to interpret can be affected by the way we treat him. If you don't bring him here properly, if you don't find a nicer way of bringing him here, he cannot deliver well. Spirits can be disturbed. That ability to interpret can be disturbed. So be careful how you bring him out of prison. Be careful. Exactly what Pharaoh said. Pharaoh said to the generals that went to collect Joseph, he said to them, go and bring him here, but do not harass him, lest you disturb him.
He then went on to give a word of caution concerning this popular trend.
Don't ever buy a book. Don't ever listen to a preacher who tells you, if you dream this, it means this. Never waste your time. Never waste your money. Don't even click a video that says, if you dream this dream means this. Don't look at it. That guy, I'm telling you, whether he's broadcasting from heaven, he's lying to you.
Well, shalom. Hello there. Welcome to the Watchers blog. Thank you for joining us today. If you are new, we welcome you to the Watchers. Today we're going to be watching a video by Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa, as he was once again touching on the dreamatics, and in this video is going to be teaching on what happens when a person dreams. He speaks of particularly the importance of the interpretation to each and every prayer, and he makes emphasis on how two dreams can never be the same. In this video, Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa touches on the importance of the state of the dreamer while dreaming. Now, to actually understand in depth, be sure to watch the very end of the video. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe to give this video a thumbs up. Let's watch as it teaches.
How you treat the interpreter is key. How you treat the interpretation, even if the ability to interpret is your own ability, that ability is a personality. Know how to treat the interpreter inside of you. Do you know that history books say that when Pharaoh was told that Joseph can interpret by the butler, that we once had dreams whilst we were in prison, and there's a guy there who gave us an interpretation. Me, he promoted, he restored. Him, he hanged. Remember the story? Yes. And the king said, go and bring him out. In those history books, you hear exactly what Pharaoh said. Pharaoh said to the generals that went to collect Joseph, he said to them, go and bring him here, but do not harass him, lest you disturb him. And to me, that was so profound. Pharaoh knew that the way this guy is going to interpret can be affected by the way we treat him. If you don't bring him here properly, if you don't find a nicer way of bringing him here, he cannot deliver well. Spirits can be disturbed. That ability to interpret can be disturbed. So be careful how you bring him out of prison. Be careful. Who taught Pharaoh that? But the way you treat a person physically can disturb how he functions spiritually. He might not be able to deliver a proper interpretation based on how you would have what? Treated him. Be careful. Make sure he's not intimidated. Make sure he's not afraid. Make sure he doesn't panic. Because that is going to be reflected in the interpretation that he gives me. What would cause Joseph to panic is because these guys have been coming to prison every now and then, and people have been hanged. So your arrival, please, your entrance, take it easy. He must not suspect that he's about to die. That is going to affect his ability to interpret. Arrive in prison well. There must be a smile on your face. Take him nicely. You are being invited by the king. If it means you have to salute a prisoner, if he has an ability to interpret, go ahead and salute the prisoner. I'm teaching you this because most of you don't know how to bring out that prisoner in you that has an ability to interpret on your behalf. It's a personality imprisoned. He's in the dungeon. That personality is right at the center, at the core of your existence as a prisoner. But not many of you know how to bring him out nicely so that he can interpret dreams for you. Treat him well. Treat him. That's why the Holy Spirit is a gentle spirit. He sat on Jesus like a dove. He's not violent. You don't know how to treat him. Sometimes you might not have the benefits that were meant for you. So there are certain interpretations that if somebody is interpreting your dream for you, let's say you are not interpreting your own dream, it's not everything in that dream that needs to be interpreted. Logic will demand that you interpret every piece of information within that dream. But spirituality will single out, will itemize, will show, will highlight. The Spirit will highlight areas of concern. Pharaoh saw 7 kine or seven cows. And to Joseph, the 7 were 7 years. Now, if you want to be logical about it, you're going to say, why cattle? Why not pigs? So give me the meaning of the cattle. Why specifically cattle? 7 years is the most important thing. 7 years is the most important aspect. The rest of the dream, when your dream is coming, remember, it gets packaged. It's a box. There is a box, there is a wrapper outside, and the parcel is right inside. So sometimes when you unveil the package, most of these things are not that important, though they are important. So that's why sometimes it's inside of a very confusing dream where you get to see something meaningful. And you want to understand everything else, and yet maybe the rest was just the transportation of one item that is so critical. So in trying to interpret your dream, you can tell me your dream for 2 minutes and I will give you a 5-second interpretation. And you're wondering, how about this? How about all that was part of the packaging, the vehicle that brought the what? The parcel.
So Prophet Makandiwa does acknowledge that there are times when a person can have confusing dreams. Now, we also have a video of him teaching on why God gives people confusing dreams, and we'll drop the link in the video description.
So some of the interpretations of dreams are not good enough. I can guarantee you, most of the interpretations of dreams, they don't look like they are connected to the dream. So you keep searching for an interesting interpretation that is synchronized, it sounds similar. Then you are lost. Don't ever buy a book. Don't ever listen to a preacher who tells you if you dream this, it means this. Never waste your time. Never waste your money. Don't even click a video that says if you dream this dream means this. Don't look at it. That guy, I'm telling you, whether he's broadcasting from heaven, he's lying to you. No two dreams are the same. Why? Because it's not allowed to interpret a dream before it is dreamt. It's not allowed. It's illegal. Why? Because when you interpret a dream, you must interpret a dream, and the backdrop has to be the dreamer. It is who dreamt it that gives the dream its own specific interpretation. The dreamer is involved. You don't exclude the dreamer from the interpretation of his dream. So you cannot Do you know that if you tell me your dream now, I can interpret it for you now and tell you the meaning of that dream. And let me show you the other part. Do you know that even if you tell me of a dream that you never had, it means you are lying, right? I will still give you an interpretation of a dream that you never had. What does it mean? I'm saying, had you had such a dream, this would be its interpretation. A person like you, if you had had such a dream, it's different from what I said, where a person says, if you have such a dream, the meaning is this. No, it's different. If you, in person, if you are telling me a dream that you never had and you want to test my ability to interpret it, I will still give you the interpretation of a dream that you never had. Okay. Why? Because I know there are dreams that exist in that form of utterance, where you are speaking of a dream that you never had, and it's a classification. There's a class of such. There are such dreams that are dreamt as you utter, as you speak. Sit down. Do you know in scripture there are places where God would touch his prophets and put words into his mouth? A word in the mouth, it means that word is not in his head. When God puts a word into your mouth, you will be made to say things that you know nothing about mentally. So it's unlike other speakers, they have to have it in their heads and then they put it into their mouth and then they utter. But if you find a prophet telling you that words were put into, he's saying, I was made to speak. as I was speaking, this is something that I found myself saying. And I'd never had it in my head, whether in form of a thought or a dream. Such dreams can come out of your mouth.
Isaiah 51:16. And I have put my words in thy mouth.
Such kind of a word in your mouth, it has escaped your comprehension. It's not something that you have actually acquired mentally. It's put straight into your mouth. And you say things, and then within 3 days you see them coming to pass, and you say, had I reasoned out this matter, I was never going to say it.
Jeremiah 1:9. Then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth. And the Lord said unto me, behold, I have put my words in thy mouth.
Into your head.
Mouth.
Into your brain.
Mouth.
So you will leave my presence thinking that, he missed. How could he interpret a dream that I never had? But whilst you are lying to me, I'm taking the words that you're speaking and I'm putting your personality. If a liar like you would have such a dream, it would mean this. So if you think I'm lying, go ahead and dream it. And you see what I would have told you then become what? The interpretation. But I have factored you into the dream. It's not a standalone dream that a person can write in a book. If you see this, it means this. If you see this, it means this. If you see this, it means that's dangerous. Dangerous. That's dangerous. That's dangerous.